Greetings and welcome. I am Joffrey, and today I'm going to be playing as Norway in EU5. Yes, we'll be converting to Norse paganism, and yes, this is definitely the correct. Everything looks normal here. Yes, no, so no mods are enabled or anything. Yes, so we'll just be getting started in the kingdom of Nordicus Landicus. Uh, no. Uh, I actually made a mod. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna go turn this off now. But I I made a mod just before streaming this now, um, where I made another one of my tutorial mods, mod videos for and this time I was showing people how to change like the names of countries. So I made a little video where I was showcasing how I went about, for example, making it so that when you're playing as Norway and you change oh damn it, now more people are showing up. I should have kept the bit going a little longer, clearly. I'm so good at those after all. Um, but yeah, I created a mod that makes that makes you if you change your court language as Norway to Latin, you become known as Nordicus Landicus. Uh, so I had that enabled, and that's the start. But now it's biting me in the butt because I forgot how long EU5 sometimes takes to uh, re-enable mods sometimes. Whoops. No, turn that off now. And we will be starting an actual game of Norway now. I played a little bit of Norway before, and by a little bit I mean a few decades. I played a little bit just in a voice call, and I did not realize. What am I saying? I didn't realize. I hadn't actually looked into the Norse pagan stuff back then. I hadn't before now looked into the yeah, what you can do, how you can just swap a game start to Norse pagan if you change the rules. So that's what I'm going to be trying. The game wasn't that hard at the beginning, really, as Norway, because they're pretty chill by themselves. Jeez, this really is. Whoops, that bit is costing me like 3 minutes now of starting as Nordicus Landicus enabled. Whoops. Grape. Oh, but I really like the bonuses that you can get from being Norse pagan. I'm curious about the whole you raid religious enemies for slaves. So theoretically, what that's meaning is if we're playing as Norway, and I just realized I've also got the music disabled still because I always have it turned off when modding. But theoretically, what that means, we play as Norway, which, oh my goodness, they start with almost with 120 locations. I can't. Iron Man enabled, because I do that, even though it's not the safest option. I always end up doing it anyway. Um, we want to have a religious conversion on you drowning yourself in Minecraft is getting picked up by my goddamn microphone, you goober.
What the? Makes me a second. Thank you.
So we're gonna turn on religious conversion, president country, so we can just swap to Norse paganism at game start. And what was the other one? Was there another rule I wanted to change? Oh, yeah, Byzantium name. I could Eastern Roman Empire. That's all the only two. Okay. I'll change it to Eastern Roman Empire. The Greek country centered around Byzantium will be known as Eastern Roman Empire, even though they are about 1,000 Roman miles from the city of Rome. Fine, we'll keep it the default name. Some people will like that, some people won't. AI colonization, yeah. Oh, that's what it was. Allow ahistorical. That's the other rule that I like to turn on. That should be the only two ones. It's just scary whenever you're starting a new game. You worry like, oh no. In CK3, there's so many rules that you worry about not having correctly enabled. So there's Norway, Norway Iron Man. I'm just gonna call this Nordicus, Landicus, just for the funny, because I am such a funny. And we'll get started. Now, the really funny thing here is I think the thing. Okay, okay. So I'm gonna turn on the music, but I have a suspicion about something really silly that this is gonna do to the personal union, because I have a feeling that Sweden probably has same religion only, and I bet I also have same religion only succession. Religion laws, air, yeah, same religion. So this means, and will be very funny. We've got our just absolutely stupid ruler. So Magnus, he starts. He's Swedish, and he's from the Swedish Bjalbo family, with his mother having been Norwegian. But ironically enough, she is in Stockholm, but Magnus himself is in Oslo. Now the funky thing that this means, and I don't know if anyone's been typing in the chat because I haven't been able to see it. I'll refresh the page. But if anyone has been typing, it hasn't been showing up yet. The text, the text page on the right where chat normally goes is showing up weirdly right now. But what we can do with Magnus, this absolute waste of human skin, is that we can adapt to local culture. So that means that Magnus, because even though he's Swedish, I need to turn up the music more. That should be good. Even though he is from, he's from Sweden, and the dynasty, well, Sweden's the more powerful country in the Union right now, he's actually in our country, which means that we can use adapt to local culture on him and turn him to Norwegian. Well, Sweden's not going to like that, sure. But what can they do? The other thing we will then do, primary religion Catholicism, will be instantly converting to Norse paganism, which is 0.21% of our country. I mean, what else are we gonna do? Like, we have a decent amount of stability now. This is the only chance we really got to do it, realistically. And this allows you to raid religious enemies for slaves just innately as a part of the religion, which is hilarious to me, because that theoretically means is that anytime we're fighting a war as Norway, pagan Norway, and we expand, anytime we're occupying any land, we're doing the Morocco thing where we just kidnap the pops, which sounds hilarious to me because it means that we can theoretically turn Oslo into a mega city, or we just create a slave market in Oslo, and then just dump a ridiculous number of pops into it. Or, actually, potentially Kongsberg, actually, that's where the silver mine is. Anyway, let's try this. And theoretically, the goofy thing that this will do is that the Union will end, probably. Because, I bet, yeah, it turns Magnus Norse too. Because Magnus is in our country. So that turns Magnus Bjalbo into a Norse pagan as well. We're in Norse paganism. But, yeah, we left the Catholic Church. But Sweden is not. Sweden is not Catholic. Which means that the heir is now, it's not just this Bjalbo lady who I guess is his sister. Oh, music's a little loud now. I don't know, the dynamic music is a little difficult to balance from a recording standpoint. But yeah, now it's Magnus' sister. Who is married to the Mecklenburg. So the Mecklenburgs are probably... He's the Count. Yeah, the Count of Mecklenburg is going to get in a PU with Sweden. And the Bjalbo dynasty will continue. Dare I say the Bjalbo dynasty will continue in Norway instead. Religious aspects, we need to pick a religious aspect. We have a large number, which is very nice. We have a pretty darn large number of default, just little bonuses we get. No, we don't really have the stability to spend on choosing a patron deity, but some of these are very interesting because Odin as a patron deity for research speed and literacy. Having Odin in your pantheon as a Norse paganism already is another 5 max literacy. So theoretically, yeah, we could just stack Odin again and have an extra 10% total max literacy just from being Norse pagan. However, there's also the really stupid. I love just conceptually this one is my favorite though. Is Njord. I don't know who this is. Um, he's of the Vanir, father of Freyr and Freya. He's worshipped in relation to the seafaring and fishing. So this guy, fish output plus 50%. Norway already gets a 20% just innate boost to their fish output. And fish is such a terrible resource. But it's just hilarious to me to imagine that we would produce just an absolutely monumental quantity of fish. And even though the actual resource itself would be terrible, it would mean that we would get, like Freyr being the patron god, sure, 10% more food, that's a pretty big boost of food, but 50% more fish. What do you think most of our food is? And then the 25% maritime presence? Woo! That means that we'd get a full 30% more maritime presence just from this religion alone. Shockingly, maritime presence is going to be pretty good for Norway. So there's some options. As for the precious metal distribution, we probably just want to keep that on export ban because, well, we've got silver, but we don't really want to be getting rid of it. And even though that means we'll be making a little less silver, don't really want other people to be getting their hands on the Norwegian silver we've got, unless we're selling it to them as jewelry. So what we want to be doing is making extensive use of our silver mine and then probably capturing a bunch of slaves and then using them to dig up silver in Kongsberg. Which is an Arctic location, so it's hard to move pops there. So, export ban. Boom. No one's getting our silver. Yeah. Strict prohibition on the export of our precious gold and silver. Or in this case, just the silver. And we have a ton of places that simply do not have enough pops. It's not even a case of them not having it like they've got too many tribes or something. Now there just ain't enough people total, which is really funny because I've been spending a lot of time lately playing as some crappy tribes because I'm weird and I have fun doing that sometimes. But yeah, there's like when you're playing a tribe, the problem is you've got too many tribal pops, and as a result, you can't have people. You need to settle the tribesmen to become laborers. But here, like. There just ain't anyone at all. Is there a goddamn castle up here? Why is there a castle up here? There's 700 dudes. It's not even a castle, it's a stockade. I'm not paying 0.25 ducats for a goddamn stockade up in Nowheresville? Am I? Am I really? I don't think I'm going to. I hope I'm not going to. I'd like to think I'm a better man than that. But that's one of the only 2 forts we have, curiously. We go to fort maintenance. Oh no, there's a one in the south next to Sweden, which is fair. And then there's the crappy stockade up in the middle of nowhere. Vardo. The Vardo stockade. Protecting the very crucial fishing industry of the incredibly small number of people up here. Sorry, soldier pops, you're gonna get back to fishing, I guess. And subsistence agriculture. Oops. competent ruler. Yeah, that's no changing. So we have a problem now. There's no Norse pagans in our country, and this means that everyone's going to be incredibly unhappy. So it's going to be harder to tax people. So we gotta batten down the hatches. And normally, the last time I was just doing some chill playing Norway, all I did was just like, well, cabinet seat, develop Oslo and encourage migration to Kongsberg to dig up more silver, I guess. But I think we need to start converting people to Norse. And fast. It's gonna take forever to... Actually, in some ways it'll take a long time to convert people far away, but in other ways it'll also be faster because there's no one up here. Like these 480 people will take longer to convert than other people would, but there's also none of them, so... Like, they ultra convert really fast, so... So funny. We're gonna mint slightly over, just a little bit over the minting threshold, because you often get events that will reduce minting inflation later. Oh no, the crown power is really bad because it's not because everyone's mad. No, yeah, just the laws and stuff. It probably is going to become pretty bad because satisfaction is going to go down. Everyone's going to be pissed that we're not Catholic, which, fair. I can't really complain. So, autocracy? Yeah. We'll want autocracy, because we are going to need vassals. We're not gonna use the centralization one. We're gonna be decentralized for a good while. And we're going to rival Scania. Scotland. Oh, one more, Denmark. And marriage law. We get polygamy. That's crucial priority. This is priority number one. Next parliament, we gotta add polygamy so that Magnus can have some kids. No, if you add polygamy as a law for Norway, that's just gonna mean that Magnus, like getting Magnus married a bunch will require a ton of legitimacy. All right, but yeah, we're gonna crank up the cost of court. I would normally get rid of the diplo spending too, though it is going to mean cranky vassals. So we'll need to start improving relations with them. We're not going to do much else anyway with their diplomats. So make Norway and who is it? Yeah, Orkney. And Greenland, technically. Just make them all like us more. And then we will... They really... Yeah. We're going to need to be enforcing religion on them. I'm just realizing, yeah, we need to spend a ton. So what this is going to involve is we need to spend a ton of diplomatic, like money on diplo capacity. So we're improving relations with them. And then this will give us, in like, yeah, a couple months we'll have enough to enforce religion on them. And that will make them super disloyal initially, but long term it'll make them actually... Hello? You trying to get up? Oh my goodness. Go get a Fanta then. No, wake him up. Slap him. Slap your legs. Tell him to get up. Yeah, but I'm streaming now, so whoops. This is annoying. Now that I've converted...
Says you.
I can't get the tech. I didn't think about the fact that if I had... No, I can't stay long. Like, because if I'd stayed for just a little bit Catholic, then I could have gotten the unique Christian advances, and then just flipped. But you know, what's done is done. So, just take a few here. By the time we get these 5, I'll realistically want to be on, and I don't need the max RGO size in rural for a while. Yeah, ask for money. Yeah, whatever. Inefficient minting, pops with needs. Yeah, we're gonna need to start getting some liquor and well, a lot of things, honestly. The goods demand perfumery. Oh, I didn't know that was something that needed. Yeah, we'll need do we have beer from anything? Market Village can make beer. Because we've got a brewery. So we're probably turning, I mean there's fruit, but realistically it's sturdy grains, because we've got sturdy grains. So make it into beer. And then pops want liquor. And then liquor. Yeah, you can't, oh that's annoying. Yeah. You can't use sturdy grains for liquor. So yeah, you need to use beer if you're going to do it that way. Preferable to just have, much preferable to just have like wine, but there ain't no wine up here, that's for sure. No. We also need furniture, but regardless, the focus, oh, we actually do have wheat. Just the one though, right? Yeah, just the one wheat location, that's fine. We'll probably be using that primarily for the liquor then. Right. So turn on the automations, we'll turn on trade, production methods, subsidize open and close buildings, and replace generals and admirals. And with that, we will be actually unpausing a full 22 minutes into this stream. Wow.
I thought you were going to say you were going to stop, and I was like, you just started.
And with that, we're done.
Bye, guys.
Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
On my next 5-minute stream.
And come back next time for the next 5-minute stream, yes. Alright, we will start, upgrading the Kongsberg mine. That just needs wood, right? Wood's super cheap for the moment here because, fun fact, we have tons of wood in the Oslo market. And yeah, just as I figured, yeah, the silver and wheat are the two best. They're close to the capital, and wheat is going to be important for a lot of stuff. We have a lot, like and interestingly, as far as most of our RGOs go, unfortunately, one of our best ones is just the livestock, even though it's so low value, just because it's close. We need to start making a higher demand for sturdy grains, I think, because sturdy grains and livestock, we'll be able to make use of them in buildings. You can use the sturdy grains in the brewery and Market Village. Market Village will be an easy way to, in rural locations next to the capital, create some beer. Because we'll run out of... So we've got the brewery, which is very profitable, because there's... Is it not? Yeah, sturdy grains and acreages. Why is it only 10%? No, or 7%. Normally it's 10%. I don't know. But there being sturdy grains in the acreages area means that any brewery stuff is more profitable. So, yeah, building up the wheat in Oslo. We'll want to keep upgrading the brewery as well. Markets, yeah, we'll want to max out the marketplace in Oslo too. Tannery is going to be valuable? What is the tannery using as its production method? Wild game, yeah. And that, I think... What does it have for options? It does have livestock as an option. So, and livestock is in this area. So what we would prefer is to use the wild game in like forest villages. Turn like one of these areas into a place where we can dump a bunch of forest villages near the capital, so that it has decent control, and then just create a bunch of tannery stuff that way to get the efficiency of the wild game. But it's still definitely upgrade the tannery in Oslo. But yeah, the vast majority of building that we want to be doing is going to be in the capital. Who can we tax more? Must tax more. Or perhaps more efficiently is the better question. Because we don't have any family members to put in the cabinet. And Magnus is... yeah, Magnus has already moved to Sweden, as he does. So, stronger country. So we won't be able to get any crown people until the... until he dies, realistically. We're gonna basically have no crown characters until then, so we're gonna be quite hampered as far as crown power goes. It is bad. Traditional distribution. This is gonna be a key thing we need to fix. We need to get rid of traditional distribution, try and make up for that, as well as autocracy. I would like to give the tribe some stuff, because I am upgrading agriculture stuff. I realize I probably should have handed them pasture access first. There's a good few stuff that I like to give the tribes. And as Norway, I'm finding that you tend to keep tribes for a good while. But while the vassals are loyal, we gotta enforce religion. Iceland does not have block from conversion? Oh no! They're dominions, and that means you can't... Well, that's not good. I didn't know that dominions couldn't be converted. Well, Orkney can convert at any rate, but they've only got... Me enforcing religion on them converted 10% of their pops instantly, because there's so few of the damn guys. How will... The only real way we can make Iceland and such like us is gonna just have to be through raw improving relations, which is gonna suck. But I really don't want to be spending all this diplo long term. Yeah, that's not good. And they ain't gonna be giving much in the way of cash when they're disloyal. Are the burgers already making roads? This is what happens when you can't tax the damn guys. Ooh. Really do like this though, this will help with stability. Increased rural attraction, I don't mind. We do not have a problem with needing more people in urban places. Because the only urban place we care about right now is Oslo. The only place we're gonna have like any control in, because this is a really big country. We have maximum control in places we don't have proximity to of 8%. Wait, how is... oh my goodness, Norse is spreading fast somehow. This is what happens when you've just got 0 pox in your territories, I guess. You convert your religion, and then it's like, well, there's no one in this country, so any single guy that converts, like, 14 people is almost 1% of the population down there. Oh, that's very kind of you to say. But you liked the modding video enough to consider starting your own. Well, that was the intention. That's I know. I wished that there was stuff like that, more stuff like that when I was getting started, and I want to do what I can to make it more accessible for other people. God damn this dynamic audio. You will, in fact, be using Visual Studio Code. Yay! I will convert more people. This is the true, the true the true agenda behind my videos. Yes, I must convert people to the ways of VS Code. Mwahaha. There are people even on my own team who don't use it and prefer to use Notepad++, and theoretically that's usable. Theoretically you can do that, I just don't know how it works. So, I recommend what I know how to use. Oh wait, I need to be converting. Anchorshus is the most important. So that's gotten a good start now. But in this place even. Oh, regionally well-known statue. I like getting new art stuff. It's beautiful. Well, what mod? What are your own little mods you're thinking of doing? Any stuff in mind? I actually it's not done yet. I'm exporting it as we speak. Actually, I've got a new video that's trying to explain the very basics of how to change the name of a tag. So I'm going to be uploading it later today, which will be a video where I go through the process of changing or making it so that if you, as Norway, change your court language to Latin, your country's name becomes Nordicus Landicus. And I went about doing that by, England has something where it becomes known as Anglia when you convert your court language to Latin. So I went looking for how the game decides that and showing people how that process works. Oh. Well, you can tax the clergy now. Oh, I didn't think about that. But they're not happy. They are not happy. What could I give the clergy? I want them to like me more, but I don't want them to get too much more power. Religious land rights, possible clerics in towns and cities. This sort of thing is always good because it increases the just baseline of pops of a type in a part of your country. Though I should wait until my legitimacy is off. I want to see what my income looks like once the legitimacy is at the top, and I'm not spending as much on increasing legitimacy. Messing with economy stuff. I've got plenty of things I'm thinking about in that regard. Things I'd like to do when it comes to my own big mod, the actual Kiangol total conversion. I'm curious about messing around with all sorts of economic things, including fish. Fish is one of the more mundane things I'm thinking about. Fish is super duper useless in EU5, so I'm considering ways that I might be able to make it a little more useful. Specifically in regards to how my mod works. There's all sorts of little things that you can mess around with in EU5's economy that I'd be curious about. And new buildings that could theoretically be made as well. I know one thing I showed was how to... Oh, are they built? Nobles don't build a settlement here. I don't want that. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I don't need the conversion speed to be high here. But I showed off, for example, adjusting the stats on a castle. They're building more roads. Wow, I don't know why do the burgers have so much money? I do not know why the burgers have so much money. Aiming to build a blank in location. Don't let me stop you. Fiber crops in Oslo. Okay, fine peasants, fine peasants, fine. Windmill in practice. What? Oh, sturdy grains, yes. That would be good. Once this is done, that is the thing that's funny. When you're playing super tall like this, you oftentimes will end up having your estates just constantly building stuff in your capital. It's like, give me a turn. Ah. Yeah, member leaving union, same religion, yes. Is there a child then? Yeah. Infant in Kingdom of Sweden. Yeah. That's researched. Pop growth being so dependent on development and prosperity, as opposed to being more strongly tied with food. Well, they are tied to both. Oslo's pop growth. You see cheap food here, available free land, large food storage. The god. But yeah, the prosperity has an effect for sure. But one of the biggest things is simply population capacity. So anytime that you increase the population capacity of a location, that does make it have a significant boost to pop growth. And there was a video I watched the other day where someone was showing that apparently, okay, so that modifier, importantly, oh damn, okay, well, negative. Yeah, people are going to want to leave Oslo now because bad prosperity. But apparently the modifier that Arctic locations get, Arctic means okay, it doesn't actually show a no. It's that continental. Yeah, so places that aren't Arctic or like deserts, they get available land is attractive. Yes. I think deserts have something similar where they say no. No, they don't. It's always the climate. Hot, arid. Hot, arid, available land is attractive, yes. Oh. It's just that there's so little pop cap. But still, the point is that population growth, even in a place like this, yeah, available free land, you get this bonus from there being extra pop cap. And then the amount of food. Oh wow, that was funny looking at sturdy grains. What is that? Sturdy grains? Broad, hugely valuable in this desert. Ah, fun. New admiral. To the academy to teach. I like those stats. So we will be keeping those. I don't like the sick. Though this is reminding me there's something I definitely am going to need to do. I'm going to need to, yeah, but before the Black Death, I'm going to need to make sure that I can get the burgers to be happy. Because if I don't make the burgers happy, then I'm going to lose a ton of pops. Because with the Black Death, I need to do my best to make sure that I can close down the urban locations. Because, like, the best locations I've got are these urban tiles. That is an urban one, right? Yeah, Tonsberg. These places right here near at the capital are the best ones I've got, and I need to make sure that they stay functional, and my economy will completely collapse if I lose over half of the population due to the plague. We just forgot about available free land due to playing Iceland and Greenland. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, I suppose so. If you play Iceland and Greenland, maybe you... Oh, wow, they're building more roads. What the heck, burgers? Why are you building all these roads? I ain't gonna complain. It's just a little surprising. Slave conversion. Oh no. Do we already have slave pops? Already have slave pops? All over the place, actually. No. No slaves there. I don't know. Weird. But Oslo does. No. Why do I have Scots? What? Why do I have Scots pops? Where are they coming from? That's a lot of migration to these. I guess because well, no, available free land doesn't make this more attractive because it's an Arctic. Surplus of work. Oh, and the rural attraction thing. That's actually good. This is good. Want to spread out the pops a bit more and actually get use out of those rural locations. But yeah, if you're used to playing as like Iceland and Greenland, then you're even more used to like, I mean, Norway is the only cold place that I've played in so far, which is crazy because it means that I'm not used to playing in a country where if you take a step outside of the capital, you're suddenly dealing with a place where you can't build during half the year. Which is a little bit painful, I'm gonna be honest. Why is it building... Why is it... Negative prosperity? Oh, nothing's good. Everything is terrible in Oslo. Why is the prosperity so bad? Oh my goodness. Recovery effort, please. I think acreage recovered. What does it do? Yeah, prosperity growth, population growth. Please fix this. Recovery effort, yes. Yeesh, that needs to be fixed. Oh, yeah, well, I guess this will help the prosperity a bit, having a parliament. What do we need to do? Yeah, increase ties to neighbors, and we will use that to change a law. Grant privilege. I don't want to grant only nobility as leaders. I might tax exempt the clergy though, because I don't even really tax them at all right now. But we crucially need favor the ruler. Bada bing, bada boom. Might do the tax exemption. Oh. Yeah, give Bergen a seat in the parliament and then tax exempt clergy, and there we go. That's enough for another one. Peasant levy is fine, ability control mining, aristocratic court. I don't really want the aristocratic court. Could do itinerant court for proximity costs through land. It's a small boost, but a lot of the country is coastal, but like there is some places like Kongsberg, and then we go inland to Hamar. We want to build more roads this way. Used to do favor the ruler always until he saw the max tax for peasant estate on empower the peasants, which ended up getting more money in the long run. Yeah, I'm sure that I'll change. I do like the max tax on the peasantry for sure. The problem with that right now is that Norway just has abysmal crown power. Even with that implemented, even with favor of the ruler implemented, that's gonna like that's gonna finally get us over the 50%. And I crucially need to start handing out privileges because the estates do not like us. They're not a fan of Norway. The clergy has such a tight tax. They are not even able to tax the clergy. Like they get to keep all their money, which is not necessarily bad because I mean they're planning to build a market warehouse whenever they get enough money for that somehow. I mean they're saving up enough. Maybe they will. The clergy's making as much money as me, so I don't know what I'm talking about, whatever. But I actually don't know what to change. Martial society, actually that's the one because civil society is another case of get more tax from the peasants. And I would like to make an attempt to get towards maximum tax for the peasants. I'm going to need to give them a bunch more privileges, though. And years. I don't need to block any stuff. It's fine. Life and Oslo. Yeah, well, parliament stuff is done now, so I don't really care. The prosperity being so bad there right now is annoying. I don't want to. It's hard for me to know what to build something because everything's just bad right now. Though I should make jeweler's guilds. But the thing is, wait, what? Yeah, Kongsberg. Because this is where the silver is produced. So if I ended up, no, but urbanizing one of the places where I actually make food doesn't sound like a very good idea. But, and yeah, they're building a windmill. Yeah, if I built an urban location in like Flesberg, which is, it's a hill. I really like that. Nah, okay. For the moment, I just want to build them where they're good. I need to remember. This is the Joffrey problem. I get distracted thinking about the long term when I need to think about like what's actually just good right now. So focus on converting religion in these areas around the core right now, and we're also going to be building stuff in the capital. Yeah, just marketplace. That'll distract me. Marketplace is always good, so just build it. It's buffering. Don't. I'm hoping that's just a new thing. But yes, the idea is making Norway based. Okay. Well, this is good. It's not buffering for everyone then. It's just a temporary thing. It happens. Yes, and once this stream is over, I'll be posting a video where I modded Norway. I'm not playing with said mod, but I modded Norway too. Once, yeah, if you're playing with them, if you change their court language to Latin, then they become known as Nordicus Landicus, which is dumb. But it's just to show people an idea of how you get started modding some simple things like that. Where's building?
I'm dying again.
Girlfriend dying again. What am I to do?
You're not to hear me try. Right.
What do I do with these diplomats? I don't even know. Can I spy on Greenland and steal their maps?
See, if you weren't playing a game and you just said that, you'd probably be on the watch list.
Can I spy on Greenland? I must spy on the Greenland.
But there's something you say in that game that I'm like, if you weren't playing a game,
Yeah.
be on the watch list.
Paradox games are like that. I don't know what to say. Yeah. Especially the medieval one, that Crusader Kings game. That's the worst one for that. Why are the weaponsmiths not profitable? Oh, that's because, like, I haven't given the peasants... Peasants don't want them, because I haven't given them common militias. That's the first thing I need to do to make them like me more. Let them have weapons. And then once I've gotten legitimacy up again a bit more, I'll go to, like, the tribes. I want to give the tribes pasture access for cheaper farms. That'll make the estates more likely to expand farm stuff, too. Yeah, that's a shame, Rye, because yeah, I think before I managed to figure out once in the past how to get the heathen tolerance. I think I figured out before how to make it so that a video or a stream is rewindable, but I think it's something to do with the fact I'm using OBS. Not certain though. Yo, what? Bori, hold up. Hausa. Oh no. Nyama. Oh no. That means, oh no. Mandinka slaves. Oslo market. Trades. own trade. It's not me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I did not think that when I started this playthrough, one of the first tangible effects of it was going to be Norway participating in the trans-Saharan slave trade. But here we are, and apparently it's an extremely profitable trade for Morocco. Because Morocco, wait, Aragon? Algeciras. Wait, so Aragon has trade power in Algeciras and is using it to sell me slaves, even though they don't have slavery. So Aragon is participating in the international slave trade as a third party. This as a secret third party. How much money am I making off of this? Am I making that money? No. No, I'm not making that money. They're making big money off of me though. And I'm getting big pops. I'm getting Crimeans, Danish. I have 7,000 Mandinka pops. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I do not know how to like what? None of them are in Oslo. They're all getting imported. Oh my goodness. They're all getting imported to the lumber. All of these. Oh. Slave convert. What do I do? Do I allow slave religion? I guess. I, 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 slaves output 10% and humanist and Charlie, I didn't mean to. Charlie, I didn't mean to get involved in the slave trade. It just happened. It just kind of happened. I didn't mean to start buying Moroccan people. They just started selling them to me, and I couldn't say no. I literally couldn't say no. My people just started buying them, and then I couldn't say no. They're working in the mines, Charlie.
Do they deserve it?
I don't know. I don't know where they came from.
What did the people do to deserve slavery?
Charlie, the Moroccans are kidnapping Spanish people and then selling them to me. Charlie, what do I do?
Ask politely for them to stop. They can't give you slaves against your will. Consent. It's very important.
Charlie, but the slaves are...
We all need to just sit down and hold hands, talk about consent. Because it's the most important thing. You can't have a good functioning relationship without consent.
But the slaves are giving the economy a huge boost, Charlie. You don't understand.
But are they consenting? They're not. So you got to just stop them. Because you don't want to be that guy. You don't.
But there's so many of them.
You don't want to be the guy who doesn't consent, okay? You just don't want to be that guy. That guy, he gets no bitches. So, do you want to be a guy who gets no bitches?
But Charlie, there's 21,000 of them.
Peter, do you want to be a guy who gets no bitches?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. There's a lot of them now. It's
Peter,
the
you want
numbers
to get
rising.
bitches? You're gonna have to consent. I can send you the video really good video that talks about consent.
Today's subject, slavery.
No, today's subject is consent.
Foreign trade competition rises. Everyone's trying to compete to sell me their slaves.
Or we can just all sit down in a nice circle together and just talk about consent.
Business is booming. I'm gonna charge them more money.
But you know it's always gonna be booming? Consent. Slavery is it's just a phase, you know. It's just like when I was 14 and I dyed my hair black, started wearing eyeliner and all that, and wearing black and saying that my soul was dead. It's just a phase. But you know what is never a phase? Consent.
But did you start?
always need to listen to consent.
Yes, right. There's more Africans in my country than there are Sami. I have replaced the Sami population with no. They're all getting imported to work in the mountain mines, where no one else wants to work.
See, and that's where you need to fix that. Because
They're not consenting to work in the
and
mines.
you just can't do that, Peter. Did your father teach about consent?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
oh, I can tell. Look at you.
I'm going to pick administrative focus so I can get Deus Vult and religious war all of the people and then steal their pops. Yes, they actually.
Consenting to you stealing.
I should make them become Norse. No, no, no. No, because if I make them become Norse, then they'll stop being slaves. You see,
As long as they consent to being yours, that's all that matters.
I have given them the right to not be Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, there's so many people up here. Oh, there's Nyama. All of the wilderness of my country is getting filled up with people that worship random religions because they're the slaves. Because they're importing enough slaves to work the mines and shit out in the wilderness. Go up there again. Yeah. This is why we can't get rid of the slave religion. We need to keep them. They need to have the rights to keep their religion because it means when you look up at the north, it just looks like this.
What? Video, you guys are weird.
Clearly, whoever said that slavery is bad for the economy never looked at Norway in the Middle Ages. I realized how profitable the Arctic stone mining industry is. Remember, like this thing where it's like RGO missing employees, Torshaven. Well, not for long. Okay, well, okay, it's still missing. They're not importing anyone there yet. But Alta, yep, 100. There's 119 slaves here. They're all Crimeans. They're all Muslim Crimeans. We're about to replace the majority population in this location with Muslims as we import Crimeans from the Golden Horde. The Arctic mosques must be built. Banned books. Banned books. I've never heard of such a thing as banning a book. Nah, research. Now we welcome all the religions. And then expand the Kongsberg mine more. I must expand the Kongsberg mine. And soon the Oslo wheat will be beautiful. Soon Yeah, eventually Orkney's gonna get over the fact I enforced religion on them. That'll be fine. In fact, it's gonna be great, because then they can also do slavery. We can do slavery together. Like, look, they need so many people to work these farms and stuff. The Sacred Sunni Norway run. There's already places getting flipped in the north. Oh no. So many people.
So many people and so much consent. It's like my kind of heaven.
It's not, they're not even. They're just being used to work the fucking fish.
As long as you pay them.
Can't believe Vikings Valhalla was historically accurate. Netflix. Netflix was right. Look at all of the Africans in Norway. So many Mandinka. Oh my goodness, there's so many. There's Mustaravi. There's goddamn North African Jewish pops being imported. We're importing North African Jewish slaves to work in the mines. Oh! Missionary activities. What does the society map look like now? I lack the prestige to accept the Mandinka. Oh my goodness. How am I supposed to get better control here when all of the pops up there are slaves? The average satisfaction is going to be terrible. Need an African king? Oh my goodness. Sweden wants to establish seniority. Well, I don't think I can outvote Sweden. Yeah. Despite my GDP that swiftly rising, I don't have the ability to out great power score Sweden. Let's give the tribal land rights for prosperity as well. It's very easy, just hand a bunch of privileges to the tribes because they have so little political power anyway. I am not looking for, oh my goodness, that like there will be a moment, yeah, like they're gonna revolt and there will be just a ton of Mandinka pagans. There'll be a bunch of pagan Mandinka people just rising up and creating the tag of Troms. the revolt tag of Troms. It's gonna happen. Why not establish seniority? Is it too difficult to become more influential? No, not quite. No, it's fair. I don't necessarily mind long term. In fact, because I can't outvote Sweden, is it too late for me to change my mind? I'll let them establish seniority, sure. Because if I get outvoted, because yeah, whenever you lose the vote in a union policy, that means you, the losing side get their states unhappy. So it's better if I just make the I just don't let the country realize that I didn't want this outcome. Give the peasant protect faith of the common people. Nope. We ain't doing that. We'll give them representation. I don't really need freedom of mobility for the common people because slaves. I do want the nobles to be a little more happy though, so we'll give them elaborate court life maybe. Noble navy is a good one because that will just, it doesn't take up a ton more, but it makes them like it'll make them more happy, but it doesn't take up a ton of power. Professional armies. Population growth. Goodness. I'm not converting to Sunni. No. I'm not converting to Sunni as Norway. Judaism, though. Wait, this is so it's gonna be impossible. I don't know how. I don't know if it's like I don't think it's possible with slaves specifically. I don't think they can be assimilated until you convert their religion either. So they're gonna stay all these different cultures. I don't know for sure though. But yeah, the cultural map of Norway is going crazy. RGOs. I want specifically now to go into the Renaissance texts and research the peasant levy one because that's very important to get down. And then first strike. I wouldn't mind, yeah, the Mediterranean galley. Yeah, that'll be the 10th one. Noble happiness. Good on the proximity cost. And then we'll make our way all the way down to Deusfold. Alright, established seniority has been created. So good for Sweden. Oh, we're in the Swedish Union. Oh. But this is fine because so the thing is, either Magnus is gonna die, and then the Union's gonna end because Sweden does not allow their heirs to be of different religions, and Magnus converted to Norse and Norwegian before he moved to Sweden. So either that's gonna happen, or the crackhead potential outcome is that instead Sweden actually gets enough. They might get enough influence that they... Wait, no, that's not possible. I was gonna say that they could get unified succession laws, because I think that's the thing where they force you to have unified succession laws. Union policies, centralization, sovereign succession, unified succession law. Every member of the Union adopts the succession law of the senior partner if possible. And every member, the heir religion. Yeah. So the problem with that is going to be, yeah, there's no way that the Union can continue unless Sweden swaps their religious like inheritance law to the any religion, because otherwise, like, because we both right now have the same religion. Both of us are using same religion. Yeah. So if the unified succession law will not change anything. We'll both just keep same religion and cognatic primogeniture. But it's not going to do anything because we have different religions and the ruler is Norse. So what will happen is Magnus's kids, Berger Bjalbo, Jesus Christ. Berger Bjalbo will become the king of Norway, and then Sweden will get the he'll get Crown Prince Henrik Mecklenburg because that's Magnus's sister, her kid, and she seemingly, Euphemia, died in childbirth or something. In any case, I'll take some cash from you then too. But back to developing up Oslo. Yeah, keep going for the RGO. Just get tons of wheat. We'll build up all the wheat RGO. It's nice and cheap to expand with the tribal rights thing as well. So we like that. If any of this was real, yeah, if any of this stuff happened somehow, yeah, I don't know, man. That's just insane to think about. There's 2.3% Mendinka pops. This is just crazy to think about, the fact that I could, there's any place in this country, I could be like, I want more of this resource in my market, even though even if I had no control there, so I'd make no profit. Like, there's this fruit here. Okay, well, fruit actually, like there's enough pops here to employ in the fruit. But the point is, even in places where there's no pops, if I wanted to get people working in it, I can just build it up, and then they'll import pops from North Africa to work there. Copper, for example. Okay, Greenland caught me spying. That's not a good thing. No, they're not gonna like me. Yeah, stuff like copper, beeswax, all that stuff up and out there is likely to be in demand, and I can always assure that there's pops working it. Same with the silver mine here in Kongsberg. Realistically, I might, honestly, just want to build a bunch of irrigation here for extra pop cap. Because I want to work, I want to have as many people here as possible. Is there... What is the building? Because it's a burger building. The market, the slave market. So if I go like the slave market, if I build that someplace, that moves pops there. Yeah. I'm curious what happens then. Oh, I can't build it? And it can't be a rural location? Well, that sucks. Whoops. Then that doesn't work. My scheme was build the market there and then just crank the population up, but that does not work. I can build it in Oslo, though. And it is oh so profitable. Oh no. I was not expecting this. I didn't expect this to be the main focus of this playthrough. Here we are. I could also, while I'm at it, there's a couple colonies I can make. Yeah. There's some that I can't make because Sweden has dibs, but I can start some. Promote state religion. Well, if I can successfully get enough. Change policy. I don't want martial society. Grant privilege. Allowed trade center sponsorship. Maybe. I'll see what events pop up over the course of the market session. I really should get at least an actual cabinet member. I can get rid of them later. I'm not going to get any actual crown characters for a good while, so may as well make use of the ones I've got. And do a ton of conversion in the areas I'm actually able to convert as a result. Westfold. Yeah, still need to keep acreages on conversion. Mason in Oslo doesn't have guys. $34 days. Huh. I would really like to get this promote state religion to take effect, but I don't think there's going to be any events that will help with it. Well, one day, so... I do not want to change... All this stuff will make the nobles super mad, too, so... I think I'm just gonna have to take the failure. Stability being bad is going to be a problem, but at the end of the day, having bad stability and, you know, well, okay, they're building a toll gate, and I don't like that. But I do like that the clergy's trying to build a market warehouse. I don't know what a guild hall does. Trade advantage salary and stuff. Yeah, it's not really. And the peasants are losing money. Losing money for, yeah, just expensive goods. Definitely gonna need to help out with the cost of those goods for the pops. Fruit, apparently, is in need. Weird. I was just talking about fruit. It's cheap because pasture access and then the lumber, so that's good. Okay. So don't know exactly how this works. Pops become slave. So this is every month turning 20 dudes in Oslo that are like the wrong religion or something? But no, I guess not, because they're the primary culture. So like that's not actually gonna do much. The building is supposedly profitable. But it's not doing anything. I don't know. I do not know how this works. Potential tax base. Don't really have a way of seeing the specific number. Oh. It was probably a waste to build that building. Following through on threat against Scotland? Oh, Scotland's getting killed. Whoops. Hello. Whoa. I just got force-fed a grape. Good thing I like grapes. Otherwise, we'd have problems. Bro. Can I build the fruit orchard? Fruit orchard would actually be profitable. I've got the fruit RGO, but that's not actually profitable. So to fill the demand for fruit, I should probably build the fruit orchard in the capital. They're back. Heard them. Yeah.
Release their cages.
I'll build the fruit orchard, which specifically is going to make more money because it will be, it'll be filling the pop needs. Sugar too. Yeah. What is it that's cloth, wine, furniture, saffron, liquor? Cloth, I guess, is super expensive. That's one of the bigger ones actually. And then the nobles really want horses and jewelry and okay, horses. I guess you can build some more horses. Yeah. Oh, that's really valuable. I should have probably done that. So that's super profitable, even though it's far out there. But I have 50% control. Did they build the road all the way? Yeah, the burgers built the road all the way out to Hamar. So that means that the road goes to Hamar. That means that the proximity travels, over the lake in Vardal. Which means that the proximity of Hedmarksvidda is actually pretty close. And so it's both profitable and wow, food productivity is so bad in Virginia. But the horses are profitable and close, and pasture access makes it cheaper. So we'll upgrade that a bit. Sure. Yeah, the passive religious conversion is going to be a long time. Nope. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, I forgot. I forgot. That's bad. Oh. That's not even really going to be possible. I might just have to give up on the idea of closing the cities this playthrough. I mean, I can buy the slaves, so I can fill out those RGOs that get loot missing pops anyway. I might just have to bite my tongue and tolerate it. Because that is bad stability. I can't afford to do much in the way of actions. Magnus is in Stockholm, though, so I don't need to hide the court. Norwegian slave uprising already. Oh no, we're already dealing with this. Oh no. Oh no. Because I'm not going to be able to get that stability up. On the plus side, when a ton of people die, it'll make it easier to convert everyone. Yo. There's a plus side. I'm going to have to see what I can do. Crank up cost of stability. I don't... Just ain't really gonna happen. Kinda wish now I wasn't colonizing this area. I mean, there's only the one tile left, so... Just can't start colonizing anything new before the Black Death is over. Huh? Lunch dump here. What? Magnus divorced his wife? And then Blanche de Dampierre, his ex-wife, came to Oslo. Oh no, that means that his kids are here. Which means it's my responsibility if they get killed by the Black Death.
It's always your fault.
No! No, it can't be.
It is. Your people are gonna hate you.
Alright, communities, yes, stability. Give me stability. I'm selling so much fish to people, that's great. I can't believe there's actually a market for it. Oh, I'm buying fine cloth and stuff too. Yeah. Need to fix that. I am selling slaves to Stockholm? What? What? Catholic zealots aren't a good sign. At least almost finished colonizing. That will drop expenses to a large degree. And I'm fruitlessly trying to get the burgers to like me enough that I can close the major cities, but that's just not going to happen. It's going to take too long. Majority social class. Oh, the entire interior of the country is just majority population laborers and slaves. There's nothing else up there. It's just farmers and miners, or yeah, well, people who are mining stuff or people who are cutting wood. Orkney is embracing the correct religion, and they're importing free labor to assist with their fishing industry. This is gonna hurt. Maybe there's a couple privileges I can give them. Surely burgers. Surely there's some stuff that I want to give. Yeah, building rights. I can give the burgers building rights. Well, that's a start. That's not enough. And I'm about to piss off the nobles because I'm not gonna... Oh, actually, I can give them this. Accept the rightful claim, sure. Oh no, it's already here. Spread to Foz, spreads to me. I've infected everyone. So yeah, problem is, yeah, all the kids, yeah, all the Bialbo kids are in my court, so I really don't want to isolate the court. So I'm not gonna. But I could. And the culprits. I mean, yeah, pop conversion speed. Yeah, the scapegoats. It's all those Catholics. See, theoretically I can, Rye. But also those pops will hate me. I need to have a strong base of actually loyal pops in my country. I can't have the entire economy run on people that are actively trying to revolt right now. If I become African Norway, then I won't be. Well, that'll just make things even worse. Because if I become African Norway, then I'll be enslaving all the Europeans. And then like 90% of my country will be enslaved, which is not good. I would need to give the burghers 2 privileges. They don't have enough cash to bribe them. I do have 2 that I want to give them also, so, I mean, works out. Colony's finished. Good, good. Scapegoats. We can't use my subjects as scapegoats. Spread rumors and accusation against minorities. No! We will allow the persecution of men, Dinka minorities. Our pops that follow Norwegian culture gain satisfaction. Yes! Yes, the stability goes up! Stability goes up as we tell everyone it's the slave's fault. Oh no. Oh no, this game makes me say horrible things. Oh no. We can segregate the sick. Oh dear. Oh dear. Still 0.22%. Yeah, 2% everywhere up here. I'm sure next month it's gonna suddenly take off. That's what I'm waiting for. I just don't have. I can't afford to lose that many pops. The orc free labor will go hard in Anvanar, yeah. Not gonna lie. Shrewd. There's a serious chance that Magnus dies during this, which would be hilarious. That it ends the union ending because of Magnus dying. Commoners can lose some. No, I'll take this. I'll take the stability. The cultural situation is well, I mean, still 94% Norwegian. Yeah, it's only 2.3% Mandinka. You see, there's just not like there's no reason to import more slaves right now, because the pops we have are already working all the buildings we need them to work. So once the Black Death kills a ton of pops all over those rural locations, then it's probably gonna require a ton of new slaves to get those RGOs working again. Like a disease showed up there for a second and then disappeared again. Woo! 32% now. Alright. So this is where the choice comes in, where I could potentially I could give, like, because I can't bribe them. To isolate the cities, I would need to have the burghers at 75% satisfaction. And unfortunately, because I didn't prep for this. So to do this, I would need to give them 2 privileges, because building rights is it brings me to exactly 70. So I would need to give them 2 privileges to get enough. To get them loyal enough. Which probably means urban development grants. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Okay. Isolate cities, 40 stability. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Strength of government. Yeah, well, that's 1 kid down. That's 1 child that we'll never get to see how they would have turned out. Oslo's population tanking. But the prosperity! Bubonic plague in location. But think of the economy! You can't let the prosperity go down just because people are dying. This is gonna be really tough. At least we can start taxing the burghers again. In fact, we can tax the burghers a lot, because it's going to take them a bit to become unhappy again. Nobles are... A lot of people are just still trying to recover their happiness. 50,000. Everyone's at risk. Flag continues to grow. Nobility requests the right to form and retain part of their militias to protect their estate and safety. They seem to believe some sort of fantasy that the sick masses will assault their homes to infect and possibly even murder them out of jealousy for being healthy and well fed. I'll let the nobles be happy. They can arm themselves. In a second we'll have the legitimacy up again, so that'll decrease the expenses. be concerned. Let them complain. Yeah. Get rid of the Navy tradition. We don't need that right now. 84,000. Guild before country. I don't like this one. I really don't like this one. I have to get rid of one of my cabinet ministers, but the prestige is way better than losing stab right now. And he could always just die from the plague anyway. And the Black Death has come back. It left Oslo and then came back. No. I thought it was gone. Oh yeah, there's just a little bit of resistance that hasn't built up yet. There we go. So, managed to keep Oslo's economy sort of intact. It'll, it'll take a bit, but hopefully won't have to go into too much debt. Yeah, might not have to at all, actually, at this point. It's back in Oslo again, but infected 0 people because it's resistant now from having been sickened. Alright. Well, I have a suspicion that this is going to do wonders for the population demographic, I'm going to be honest. That's a sarcasm. Because I have a strong feeling that once this is over, there's going to be a large number of slaves imported to the country to replace the lost workers. So I'll be curious to see how much that happens afterwards. Social cravings. This is the legitimacy or stab. Peasants are already grumpy. It's expensive to increase stability, or legitimacy, but I'll take it because I don't want to make it take any longer than it has to for the legitimacy to recover. I'll just be taking increased ties to neighbors for an easy pass right now. I'm not taking any risky steps right now. Comet sighted. No! Not the comet sighting. Swedish patriots, what? There's two Swedish people. 2 Catholic Swedish nobles in the country, and they're getting grumpy. Okay, sure, buddy. Change policy. I want to grant people privileges. But I'm also not spending... just a little bit. So annoying that I can't convert the religion of my dominions. I did not know that that was a thing that being a dominion did. Block trim conversion. I guess so. The noble's a little unhappy to make the clergy feel better. Support of the Guelphs? What? Why does Magnus have support of the Guelphs? Weird. Ross being independent's kind of funny. Alright, yeah, Black Death's finally left the country. That's good. Jeez. Well, I lost 141,000 people. Which, not that bad. The bad stuff was all the cost of stability and the granting of privileges, and the crown powers now suffered for it. Granted out too many privileges to the burghers, and it's tanked the crown's own influence. But on the positive side, theoretically, once the crown prince has come of age, be able to put him in the cabinet, and that will help a ton. We'll get some research progress at the cost of Sweden being angry. Really do need to fix that stability, because that's just making all the estates real grumpus. They're super grumpy.
Hello.
Oh.
No fun.
I think I'm funny, actually. I think I'm worth a chuckle or two. I was gonna ask you how long until you're going to play with your friends.
Well, I can't with them till 10.
You get with them until 10 then? Oh, you wanna watch this? You wanna watch TV? Oh my goodness, listen to this girl. Listen to this.
Spend time with your girlfriend.
God forbid. Oh my gosh, spend time with my girlfriend. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Let's have a different ruler who actually has the administrative ability that will help. His son's not a complete idiot. Why does Denmark always end up getting Scania? I thought the point was that they sell the rest of it to Sweden, even. Weirdness. No, don't build another colony, Joffrey. Don't do it. The stale swan. That's what the regionally well-known artifact was? Okay. What? 0.23% of all the art in the whole world is in Oslo. Oh my goodness. How amazing is that? Lithuania is getting murderized. Huh. March of Hungary. What? So Hungary is a... No. Hungary... No, Halish attacked a tag. Okay. So Halish just screwed itself, I guess. Because they attacked a place in Moldavia. And then the event happens that makes it a March of Hungary. And then that called Hungary and... Whoops. Catholicism still the main religion. 62% of the pops. We must fix that post-haste. So, large minority, it's getting to the point where almost the entire country has large minorities, 10% Norse. So, we're getting there on its own. You are such a chuckler back there.
I have to show you something.
Uh-huh.
Don't read it out loud.
that is perfectly cut. Completely forgot that I was going to be upgrading the horses.
You didn't answer my question.
I said I don't know.
Well, you figure it out right now. What's more important, Peter? Your slaves or
Yes.
watching
Yes.
a dumb show with your girlfriend that she's already seen like 23 times?
Slaves.
Wow. Please eat all these grapes.
Well, okay.
I will eat every single grape until I am sick of them.
We don't have to be hasty now. You could save
I'll
some.
do it.
Don't eat all the grapes.
You better come watch this show with me.
You said I could play this until you were on with your friends. This is false advertising. I want to stream.
Please just don't love me then.
I guess not. Well, I guess not then.
But my phone is dead and I'm tired of Minecraft. I want to watch my show. But I can't watch it without it. Do you see the problem?
Find another show to watch.
There's another show to watch. I want to watch that show.
Oh, then there's your problem. I can afford to make the nobles mad. Let's protect the ancient rights. Make the burghers mad. Because the nobles and clergy are already mad. Or the clergy becoming even more upset. What? Oh my goodness. Clergy, stop being mad. To be fair, yeah, I am doing some stuff that makes them not happy, which, I guess. I'll give them... Yes, that's right, religious land rights. That'll help a bit. And then I'll make them mad again. This will... Yeah, that should help. A chunk, at least. I'm still not able to tax them. The clergy is so mad. They do not like me. The satisfaction equilibrium is 44%. They are just not happy. It's the religious unity's fault, really.
What if I say we can watch your anime?
You... What? Later!
I'm tired. I have to be up all night again.
Why are you gonna be up all night again?
But I'm not.
Well then don't... Why? I still do not see the problem.
If I wait till 10, then Nico and Adrian can make me stay on until like 2 in the morning. And I'm gonna want to go to bed. No show. I kept up till like 4 in the morning these past few days. I can't live like this.
You were trying so hard to make me feel sorry for you. Well, it's not working.
I took you grocery shopping when you were sick. It'd be a shame if I ate all these grapes. If I do that, I'm gonna end up being sick. So I should.
Spiritualist make you have a less tolerance of the true faith is what it gives.
Pick me up when it's 10.
Oh my goodness. Wake you up when it's 10. This.
You promise wake me up when it turns to 10? Peter?
Yeah, I can stop and watch shows with you in a bit. Jeez, just give it a rest.
No, I'm asking you to wake up when it's 10 because I want to sleep so that I'm awake. So I can play with Nico and AJ, make them happy, and then stay up for a bit longer so we can watch the damn show. And then I won't be like dead by the time it hits 4 a.m. Again.
I could end the stream here. The Black Death situation's finally over. She's disrespecting the EU5 grind. Yes, but I could end the stream here because the Black Death has finally ended, and it is just reaching the 2-hour mark, which does feel like a pretty good cutoff point. I did used to stream for ridiculous amounts of time at a time, and it would probably be better if I make it a case where I do shorter, more consistent ones. No, she's falling asleep. She is zonking out. If you want me to watch show with you, you're not gonna zonk out right now. Yeah. I lost 141k. Oh yeah, it's Iron Man mode, so I can't actually just save it. I have to quit. Oops. All right. So.
You want.
Well, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. I do plan to continue this one. I'm having a lot of fun with the goofy shenanigans of Norse Norway, and I look forward to actually fighting a war and yoinking some pops with the slave trading mechanic. So, bye for now.